Alrighty, it is Wednesday, March 13th. Let's jump into a quick session recap here. Definitely a much slower session. These types of choppier sessions used to absolutely decimate me personally as a trader. And I bring that up because these type of sessions, more or less, we're able to tell when it is going to be a slower session prior to the open, prior to the session even starting. What I had mentioned this morning during the pre-market prep live stream was that because of the fact that yesterday we did have that trend move, we did have that outsized move, the probability did favor price trading within the entirety of the prior day's range. That's called an inside day. It just means that all of the action from today is going to trade within yesterday's range. Generally speaking, it's going to be a much slower session with choppier conditions, which is exactly what we saw today. If you take a look at the action here, you're going to find a few different opportunities, but no real follow through, much more of a scalping type of environment with much smaller potential gains on all of the opportunities that we see from today. I'm going to be breaking this down here in a bit in the trading mentorship group, but overall, these type of days are totally avoidable, right? Don't need to trade on a day like today. If you are expecting a slower session, if you are expecting an inside day, and you historically struggle on these types of sessions, what you need to do is either just not trade them, simply put, or drop size, right? Or switch to like a simulated type of environment, simulated account, so you're not doing damage to your main trading account. So when we are aware of some type of market condition, it's our job as traders to remedy that condition with some type of different behavior, right? So keep that in mind, because this is not uncommon. We see this type of action somewhat frequently. It's a normal aspect of the market, slower sessions, choppier conditions. If we can know when it's coming ahead of time, that should be a good signal for you to be doing something else, whether it be in the market or, just taking the day off, doing something else. So as far as what we're going to be looking for tomorrow, it's going to be quite similar to our approach for today, primarily looking at how price trades versus this 52.46. This is the recent highs. That was the prior day high, as well as the overnight high. No buying interest above that level from today. Now, keep in mind, we are, as far as location is concerned, price is currently near that all-time high. So what we've seen recently, as I've mentioned a couple of times so far this week, is each fresh all-time high is getting pretty quickly sold off. So tomorrow we do have PPI. What we want to see is if buyers are able to make that fresh all-time high, and then whether or not that fresh all-time high is going to show any type of acceptance above the prior high. Previous instances of a fresh all-time high, again, are not showing any type of acceptance. So just keep that in mind. That's going to be a big clue for this next attempt at an all-time high, whether or not price can show acceptance. It's not an immediate reason to be short, right? We just want to see how price is reacting to those fresh highs and whether buyers continue to pay up. So pretty straightforward. 52.20 by 52.45 today's range, including that pre-market action. Much tighter activity today, again, as expected. So far, price continues to trade within the range, right? So we'll see if that resolves tomorrow with PPI or not. NQ, quite similar. The action was actually a little bit cleaner today in NQ following the regular trading hours open, right? Price rolls over, no real bid at that 18,400 level of interest, and you get the move down into not only that prior day structure point, which is that kind of red line you can see on my chart there. We can look at that in a second, but also the 18,300 level of interest, which loosely correlates with this near-term range volume point of control. So anytime you have a big structure like this, that volume point of control is going to be quite important. Now, if we actually look at the action today on NQ, the regular trading hours action, again, just another inside day, right? Look at the range from yesterday and the opportunity set that was presented to us yesterday versus today. Again, still a handful of scenarios, still a handful of decent setups from today's action, but as far as the quality of the opportunities, it's much lower quality. And so these are the type of days where definitely you want to be switching up your approach just a little bit, considering, the expectations for the session. NQ, like I mentioned, better opportunities today compared to ES. Look at the action versus this prior day structure. You have that initial bid there. This provided some decent activity. The retest, right? Undercut of the lows is a bit of a Wyckoff spring that resolved higher. And then a bounce here into the close as well. So we know that this 18,325 by 18,300 area is definitely an area where buyers are interested. This will be a key area to be watching for tomorrow as well as today's high. So just going to be treating this as a true inside day. As a general rule of thumb, whenever you have that inside day, whichever direction that the inside day breaks in is the direction that you want to be trading with. So if it breaks the high, you want to be looking for longs and vice versa. Pretty straightforward with those inside bars. So that's about it for ES and NQ. The individual names scans quite dry. We've got two ideas potentially on watch. I'm going to be looking at Delta Airlines breaking out here, and I would like to be treating this as a second day. Unfortunately, it's not meeting the volume threshold to be a true second day play. So we'll just see if we could treat this as a continuation move with that breakout play tomorrow. And then we do have Futu post earnings. So this reports in the morning, trading up near key daily resistance. See how price reacts to that resistance zone following the earnings. Other than that, that is about it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot me a direct message. As always, don't hesitate to reach out. Happy to help if you have any questions. If you need help with anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow morning for the pre-market prep live stream. Have a great evening. Later.